Hello everyone, and welcome to the new Let's Play of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords. This is one of my personal favorites. I very much prefer, well, I don't know what people think about that one. I'm pretty sure people have very high opinions about the first one, but I prefer the second one because it's way more polished in a way, and it runs compared to the first game. The first game is a bitch to run in anything that isn't shit quality, and just much more stable in general, and also it's not as bullshit in parts. So I don't know, where the fuck do I start here now? As a heads up, the game can at some points be a bit fucky with like dialogue, and it might be like, we're just gonna push the skip button here and it's just gonna skip through dialogue like super fast. I don't know why it does that, but it might happen at some point. So hopefully, there's only a few points I know it happens, but it could happen on other points. We'll see. But anyways, all right. No, ignore that. New game. So you begin the game. The game has difficulty modes. It has easy, as normal, as hard. I'm pretty sure mine is on normal, just in general. But these three, you get to choose between male and female, and then the different classes, quote unquote. And these classes, you can regard them as difficulties as well. So technically, this game could be seen to have two difficulties, or two different variety of difficulties. So you first have easy, normal, hard. Then you have Guardian, Sentinel, and Counselor, or Consular actually. And Guardian is the easiest of the three because it's very very combat focused, and you get more like health and share and like defense and whatnot, so you can survive easier with that one. Or you get more feats. So that, and with those you can get better combat skills and whatnot, physical training. Then you got Sentinel, which is well balanced, which means they get like force powers and feats like equal amounts, and they also get, but they get more of the skills in game, which we'll get to. They get more skill points, so you can get more of those. So but generally you don't need to, your character don't need that many skill points, or like there's only like two that you definitely want. Then there's maybe like one or two that you might be interested in. Like it obviously depends, but otherwise your companions are there for the other skills that you might need. Then you have the Counselor, which is recommended for advanced players only. That is because they get more force powers, but they don't get, they're weaker in terms of defense and feats that they get, so they don't get many physical things. But here's the deal. So these are, consider these glass cannons, because that's basically what they are. They get so much stronger throughout at certain points. They will demolish everything way easier than what these two can ever do. And we're going to play this one because I thought out a good build to do the beginning of the game, and to then know what you want, or like to do a good start. So we're gonna go with custom character, and we're gonna go portrait. I'm gonna just pick fucking Also, I'm gonna pick, there's two endings, there's light ending and a dark ending. The dark ending, if you go dark side, you can do a bunch of fun shit with that, but I prefer the light ending. Also, light ending canon within the non-canon universe of the extended universe. Fuck you, who is it? Disney that decided to do that? Yeah, fuck you for scrapping that, you idiots. Scrap the best fucking era of Star Wars, dumbasses. I realize I'm saying a lot, but that's because my brain is like, what do I go with next? So let's try and just have quiet pauses while I think over things. Portrait, that's a portrait that you could recognize if you play the first game. I'm just gonna go with yeah, I'm just gonna go. This has always been my standard one for some reason. This has always been like the one I remember picking. This was the first one I picked when I was young as well. I don't know why, so let's go with that one. Now we get to attributes. These games are very D&D like, so these attributes are the same kind of deal. So like the minus is the modifiers. Like in D&D, you roll for hitting things. You roll a d20, and then you add your hit percentage and shit. Like plus, if it's a melee weapon, if you have +2 in strength, you add that to the roll, and shit like that. So this is the part where my build comes in. So we're going to be a force-focused person, which means we're going to want wisdom to get a higher force points, or more force points, and more force power saving throws means we can resist powers more easily. And our force powers are harder to resist if we have high wisdom. And then we also want charisma, because this can reduce penalty for using force powers in opposite alignment. Very important, because there's one force power that I always pick no matter what side I'm on. You'll see what that one is. And also increases companions' chance to hit, which I don't know really how that effect. I've never really noticed it too much. It reduces the the penalty. Yeah, increases the potency of force power, so it increases their strength, and also influences the character's persuade skill, which the persuade skill is important as fuck, so you want that. But we're gonna equalize everything to begin with. So strength increases how hard you hit with melee weapons, and also your chance to hit with melee weapons like vibrated lightsabers. Not gonna be important, because this is a certain skill that you can get, which is regarding dexterity, which is your agility and reflexes. You have a higher chance to hit with ranged weapons, but it also your defense is not like physical defense in this game refers to your chance of being hit, or like the chance of, it's basically your AC. If you're speaking D&D terms, defense would be your AC, your armor class of what do the enemy have to roll above to hit you. Which is pretty cool, and is pretty important for us as a glass cannon, that we want to not get hit as much. So here comes, and then Constitution, just health. That's basically it. And then you have Intelligence, which is interesting. It's Intelligence makes, if you have higher Intelligence, you can get more skill points per level, or per like time you can get skills. So now that we have these down, build that I have, let me see if I remember that. We want to begin with, so we have 18 points left. We want to get these to +1 at least. I remember that, +1 on that. We're not going to put anything on strength, because that's not going to be important. Next, we are picking 1 in Constitution and 1 in Intelligence. Every 2 points, you get another plus in your modifier. So there we go, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now, I believe next up I wanted to do 1, 2. So we have 2 in Dexterity, 2 in Wisdom, 2 in Charisma. And we have 1 from Constitution and 1 from Intelligence. Now, this is important because this is gonna, this will affect a thing, like having these specific stats will work with what we can do and whatnot, because obviously if you have a higher, certain things just require you to have a higher stat, just this stat and not the plus stat, to do a thing in dialogue or whatnot. This is important, but this is the stat alignment. I don't know, you know, the attributes we're gonna go with. I believe that was it. I hope to God that was the. I tried it before. Jesus, I made my character. God damn it! I'm hitting my pop filter. All right. Anyway, skills. Let's go on to skills now. Shut up. The orange marked ones are the ones you are proficient at, meaning it only costs 1 skill point to put a skill in them. The ones that you aren't proficient at cost 2. You can get a feat to be proficient in one of these skills. Now, computer use, you have companions for that. Demolitions, you want at least 1 point in the beginning. That's going to be helpful. Stealth, for me, I see that as kind of pointless. I haven't really tried it that much. At some point I might try it. You know, I'll be like, okay, can I? Because you can get, like, if you're stealthing and you get close to someone, you could begin your attack, you could do more damage, something. I don't know. It kind of seemed pointless, really, in the grand scheme of everything. When I take as much in repair or in persuade and treat injury as possible, I believe. We don't need... No, hold on. Maybe... We want one in security as well. I know, because we want to have that option at least. And we want one in demolitionist to have that option up. Like, we want them to be a thing we can actually do. Because if you have 0, then you can't do anything that has to do with demolition. Which is recovering or disarming mines. And therefore, if you can't do that, because for every mine you disarm or recover, you get experience. Just disarming them gives you some experience, and actually recovering them, meaning that you keep the actual mine so you can use it later, that gives you the more experience. But we want these. You don't want anything computer use, stealth, nor repair. Yeah, we don't really need to put anything in repair. So awareness, we put 2 points, I guess, and then we put persuade and treat injury. You want to prioritize persuade, and treat injury is always good because then you can heal up with items, and you always want that option. Specifically if you're going evil side, unless because then you can't use the healing power that the light side uses as efficiently because of the penalty for using things of a different nature. But we'll get to those when we get to those. Now here we have the feats. I believe I wanted to go with the single lightsaber because we're not gonna fight in combat as much, so we don't need that much strength behind, or like that much physical attack power, so we don't need for 2-weapon fighting. Now going with 2-weapon fighting, you get less penalties for using 2 single-handed weapons or 1 double-handed thing. You get less penalties for that and potentially more positives. The armor, you never really need to touch the armor at all. Just keep it on light because you're not gonna need to have any like medium or heavy armor. Kind of pointless because also heavy armor and whatnot can impede or like it can restrict what force powers you can use, which you don't want in any circumstance. So, you know, don't bother with that. Then you have these 3 things that increases your skills. We don't need to focus on those yet. You begin with these 3 attacks. We'll get to them. This one increases saving throws. This one can be important. Then we get these things, attack bonuses for weapons. We're not interested in those. This, you get more attack and defense and whatnot with single-handed. We don't need to focus on that yet. This, toughness, we get 1 extra health points for every level. We can put this later and we will get all the health that we missed throughout those levels instantly. We don't need to pick that yet necessarily. These are the feet. This is very slow, I'm aware. You can skip ahead if you're not interested, but you know, I want to be thorough. I want this to be kind of like a walkthrough, because I know this game very well, so I want to explain things, but this is just the beginning, and it's gonna be very slow in the beginning, but we're gonna get through it, and then we're gonna be able to smooth sail through the things. So these are the things to get your proficiency up. This one is I don't know. It's not really matter, but you get bonus if you and another member attack the same enemy. Whatever. Then you have these two abilities: finesse lightsabers or finesse melee weapons. The melee weapons is for like NPCs that use ranged weapons, so that they can use dexterity or strength to hit. This is the thing. But here's finesse for lightsabers, meaning no, wait a minute. No. So these are both things we want, because the finesse melee weapons means that we can use our dexterity instead of strength for chance to hit. Not chance to actually, you know, do damage with, but chance to hit, so we can actually hit enemies with melee attacks at least. So, you know, that's good, and then you can do that with lightsabers. So we should probably, I believe I do melee weapons first, so that we can get that one through. Then nothing of these yet. Then nothing down here, I'm pretty sure. That one comes later. This one we don't need to bother with. This one we don't really need. It's like toughness and this, the conditioning that we need to like focus on at any point. But we want to go with melee weapons. We can actually hit shit. We're just gonna go with the standard name, and we're gonna play. Actually gonna play. Took a while, but you know. Oh, okay, great. I love that. Yeah, no. Okay, I'm just gonna skip that then.
Primary power.
Oh shit! Wait a minute. Do I have to do that?
Hyperdrive.
Do I have to do the different setting? Will it not display the movies? Maybe it won't. Maybe I have to do display capture instead. Maybe that's the key. Maybe I have to change that. Anyways, we'll see. We'll get through this first.
The Ebon Hawk is adrift in space after a terrible battle. Most of its crew are dead or dying. You lie in the medical room in critical condition.
My god,
You won't
I look like
survive
I'm
long
dead.
without medical attention.
With the eyes open.
The hyperdrive is damaged. Main power must be restored in order to bring the engines online and dock with the nearby Prologue mining station for much needed repairs. Your fate and that of the Ebon Hawk depend upon T3M4, a lone astromech droid. Return to this location at any time to skip the prologue.
This is the prologue. We're gonna continue with the prologue. Okay, we're gonna ignore all the actual prologue bit, because I think you get because you collect some stuff in this prologue, and I think you keep it when you go over. But if you skip it, you don't get any specific. It's not a lot, but it's some, which is important still, because you can do a little more. Now hold on, let me just check here. Do display capture instead. What the fuck is it? Slightly. There we go. What the fuck? I'm not sure why it was slightly weird. But now, okay, so display capture should be good, because then the cutscenes will actually appear, because I believe they kind of act as a different window that pops up, because old games are fucking, they just like, they have the game and then it's like, oh, now we're just gonna play the video and now we're gonna come back to the game, and it's like, why though? But yeah, anyways, this should be this should be good. Still flowing well. I also took away the frame counter at the top, so you can appreciate a clean screen without seeing a frame rate at the top. I found that it doesn't really matter for me anyways to see the frame rates, only in certain cases. But Yeah, so we're just gonna try and yes, the game is gonna want to yell information at us, but I don't really care. We're just gonna pick through things. They're gonna tell us how to actually play the game, which is you can pick up computer spikes to hack shit, or you can pick up repair things to repair stuff. And then you don't have, and here we can check how this is our like skills, the computer use and repair. These are relevant when you get to these consoles kind of things. And then you can see the spikes and repair parts, and you need them to do stuff. Like for example, you need to slice into the thing, and you need that. But we don't have anything. Also, you're banging the door. Seems incredibly dumb. It's a body. Unlock a key.
This old woman appears to be dead. There is a key card on the body that looks like it opens a locker somewhere.
Nice. Hey, we got parts. Okie dokie. Maybe we can open this foot locker.
Your security skill is too low.
Okay, so here we have to bash. So you want to try and unlock chests and lockers and whatnot. Because if you bash, there's a chance, it's not always, but there's a chance, and it's a fairly good chance, that an item that would have been in it gets broken. Which means it's fucking useless, and you just ruin that. So that's why we want security. So we don't have to bash in stuff. So we can get as much items as possible. In the beginning, later on it doesn't matter since you have companions, but we want as effective a start as possible. Not that it matters that much, but I've played it enough to find the most efficient way to do certain stuff. Because I feel like, why not? If I can, I might as well. You don't need to. You can do whichever build you want, but you know, just in case you want to do stuff. Okay, we got some med kits. And we're gonna use 3 injury. That's just, it's whatever, yeah.
Success.
Yay, successfully stabilized me. Cool. Yes, that lift will take us to the outside. Engine room, can we enter this? No, right, yeah, I remember. So we need to get into the engine room somehow. Low security door. Low security door. Oh, look, here we have a fucking...
Talking to other characters is much like you...
Yeah, we can talk and we can affect them doing stuff. Repair him with 1 part. Yay! He's in our party now. He's needed to complete this. I'm sorry. Hi, we got some things. We got an armor part for our droid. Defense 3, and then there's some text for it. He also has a droid shock arm, which is like a utility item, kind of. We got a field survival pistol, and these guys show up.
Sensor droids emerge from this box when you opened it. These droids will make for excellent target practice. Use the weapon from this container to attack the droids.
So now we equip one of our pistols, or our pistol that we picked up. Now we just need to... There we go. Combat. So you can change the settings, but generally it's default that it pauses the game, which you can pause and unpause with spacebar. Like it's here, yeah. And so then you have combat. Combat is kind of like, if you know the game, you obviously know what the combat is, but the combat is very like passive kind of. These 3 is actually like, what's it called? Jesus, connected to your 1, 2, and 3 number keys. So you can press 1 and you use this, and you can press 2 and you use that. And you can always click on the actual thing here to take away a an action. But generally this is just a default attack, so this you would attack by just left clicking the enemy as well. Also, does our companion have a gun as well? Ah, he has a gun! Okay. I mean, obviously he shot at them, but like, I didn't expect that. I didn't think he had a gun. Apparently he does. Yeah, we killed them all.
The lock on this container is too difficult to open. You'll need to. The lock on this
Okay.
container is too difficult to open.
This time it actually wasn't so.
There's a security tunneler to
You can always use, if there's a lock that's too hard to open, you can use the security tunneler to like bypass the skill level that you need in order to open it.
you found to crack this lock.
Otherwise you can say security failure. Shut up, lady. You can say security failure, which just means try it again. You can just like try normal opening again,
Security
and you potentially, you know, actually get it. And it's like, okay, cool. I don't know why that is a thing, but because you can just try it over and over and over and over again.
door is magnetically sealed and cannot be opened. This is the main
Oh, great.
hole.
Now we can slice into this computer. Oh, security cameras. Do that one. We can view the inner one. View the engine room and the utility lift. Security doors. Display status one. Not so. Hold on. No. This is the point where we want to separate our characters, but keep this dude here, and we want to go here.
This is the garage.
I'm gonna select this character. So this is just solo and group mode. Then we go into security doors, close the first door, open the inner door, and we select this dude. And now we're on the other side.
This is a work.
Yeah, it's the workbench. You can do shit with that. Also here, we have a sparking wire. Oh, you can. Well, it's pointless. I don't need him on this side. You can use the workbench to create and break down stuff. You can also use it to upgrade your equipment. Put in like upgrade parts so you can get different stats on your weapons or armor. Can be pretty handy.
The store is sealed shut, but the magnetic
Right.
glass is not
Right. We need to go outside, so we should probably do that. We should go to the. Should actually have done that first, but. Ho, whatever. Do that, and then we can just group up. Head towards the left.
This is. You can use.
Take the left to go outside. Whee. This ship is fucked, dude. I mean, like, a whole part of it is just ripped out. There's holes everywhere. It's just, yeah, no, not in great condition. Now we get to repair.
This is the starboard side of
And
the
open
engine.
hatches,
This
get
open hatch has
parts.
some parts that will be useful for getting main power restored.
And keep the engine port, get some more
This
parts.
engine port has some needed parts
Yep.
for the Evanhawk's hypercar.
Get out of my way!
Take the parts you
Exposed
can.
wiring.
Is exposed.
Override the door.
Success.
There we go. Now we can open. Now that blast door that we couldn't get through is open. Get to that. Yeah, that was that. You can go down here, but it's pointless, right? Now we go to the other side. Go to the other side.
Don't forget to explore. This is the bubbles
So
ahead.
here's the mines, which you need demolition to actually disarm, or disable, or recover. You want to try and recover, at least, because then you can get more experience. Now also, if you are disarming or recovering a mine, and enemies attack you, generally with ranged weapons, as soon as your animation for doing that is over, it's going to explode. So try and not like disarm a mine during combat, because that's just gonna blow up in your face. Oh, so we got a minor frag mine doing that. Here we can get something, quad lasers. We got more parts.
One of the Evanhawk's quad laser turrets.
Got a bunch of parts and whatnot. So now I believe we're done. That was all we needed. We needed some.
You can use.
We actually needed that mine and all the parts and whatnot. Because that was relevant. Here we needed a mine, or we got 3 mines actually to open this door. Blast through this door actually. Bonk. Then it's just like, oh, I'm gonna open.
The engine room.
Hyper drive. 5 parts.
Success. Only
Success. Now we're technically done, but we're not done because we get more shit.
The starboard engine is badly damaged.
Yes.
Fixing it
We want to first go here.
This is the main hold.
Come here. Hey, you little shit. Stay here. Now we want to go to this door. I'm pretty sure it's always locked. Yeah. Now we can go to this side. This was a fucking unnecessary go.
This is the garage.
God damn it. Open the security console. Close the door. Open the door. Oop. Now we can go to this side. Why do we want to do that? Well, because there's stuff here.
This is the starboard dormitory.
Foot locker. We got 4 parts. And we got a droid flamethrower.
Droid flamethrower.
Pretty fucking good. It's not gonna do terribly much now. Or like in the beginning. You'll see why.
This is one of the special
When we get
weapons
there.
the droids can use.
Or generally, because we're not fighting humans in the beginning. In the tutorial place. So fire won't be the best thing to use, really. Even though that doesn't really matter too much because they die pretty quickly no matter what the fuck you do or use. So now what we actually have are 12 parts and 2 computer spikes. 2 securely. If we keep this, like these things, then I'll know that it actually matters, which is good then, because then you always want to do the prologue, because then you get 12 parts. 12! That's a lot. It's a lot of parts in the beginning. Also have 2 broke knives, but it doesn't matter. Hallelujah, now we fixed the ships, upper engine and whatnot, so now we can hyperspace, or yeah, I guess, or at least go to Prologue 2, a broken ass planet, but we're not actually going to Prologue, we're going to Prologue's mining station. This cutscene, yes, that's good. Good, it does explain, blah, 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 blah. Display it. Nice landing.
The sensors show the door to the storage compartment is being sliced. There is someone, or something, else alive on the Ebon Hawk.
Oh shit. Get out of the way! A robot. Oh no. Oh no, he was banging the door. Assassinate you all. Well, he didn't stand much of a chance, did he? He died pretty fucking quickly. 1 shot is all it took. And there we are now. The Kotor tank.
Awaken.
Now, how we ended up there, I don't fucking know, but also the thing was there, it was supposed to visualize what the Kotor was training from the thing. And I have no idea how we ended up here, but okay. Whatever. We are awake now. So it doesn't matter. So, now we are awake. We got a journal. Recent history, bonus mission. You have awakened in the medical bay in an unknown facility. The last thing you remember is being a passenger on the Republic capital ship, the Harbinger. You should find out where you are, and how you got here. Well, we kind of know. We have these guys as well, just floating. Here you can always go back and heal if you need to. And here we have, yeah, you can. It even said that you can come back if you ever need to do stuff. The morgue, you can we just do that? No, it's impossible. It is impossible for us to do. Two med packs, right? Anything on that? No. Oh no, obviously we're not gonna be able to have that, but yeah. So this door is also locked. Can I? Or is it strictly? Oh yeah, we can. So you can do that. Otherwise, you can open it from the console that is right by. But it doesn't matter. We need to actually check in the console anyways. 25 chemicals. That's cool. In a lab station, you can use chemicals to craft items, such as antidote kits or these things. The fuck would they be called again? Implants, right? Right. So Constitution also is a minimum thing for using implants. Also, we have 13 Constitution. There's a thing that we're gonna get at some point that will give us +1 Constitution, so we'll get 14, meaning that we can use this implant, which negates crits against us and gives us +1 awareness. That might be the only thing that we're gonna have throughout the game, this thing, but it's good because then we are immune to crits, which is good. I'm not gonna get it? Question mark? But I can't even. It costs 37, so I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna make a med kit or anything. Not needed right now. We're gonna go into this medical computer, and let's see. Patient life signs. Contact 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All of those 4 are deceased except for us. For some reason. Medical bay function. Opening morgue door. Morgue door, not Mordor. Medical bay camera, that's for that. More camera. Hey, she's there as well. Oh my god, yes. Medical inventory. It looks as if number of... Okay, right. God fucking damn it. Was there text after it? No, I guess not. Access patient treatment. All subjects being treated for severe plasma burns. Last treatment request resulted in death for all subjects except patient 3, who was reduced to minimal life signs. If treated, we can check the last treatment requests. A lethal dose of sedatives was administered to all tanks, including number 3. There's no record of who ordered the treatment. We don't have a spike to track the treatment requests, so we'll just remember this so we can do that when we have one. Now we can check the logs that are here. 3 days ago, 2 days ago, 1 day ago. Let's check 3 days ago.
Still examining the survivors of the damaged freighter. Looks like it goes by the name of the Ebon Hawk. Only one survivor, placed in the Kotor tank for recovery. The carbon scoring on the vessel suggests it was in a battle, but no indication of who fired on it. Couldn't get much from the Nava computer. I'm surprised the ship was able to make it inside the Prologue asteroid field without the asteroid drift charts. Aside from the lone survivor, we recovered an old woman. No life signs. There was also a protocol droid and a utility droid on board. Sent both down to maintenance while security sorts through the other items on the ship. It looks like the utility droid, a T3 unit, was able to get the ship working enough to get to the colony. We're prepared to...
Okay, 2 days ago.
Could be a Jedi. But we won't know for sure until we get the transmission back from the Republic. If the survivor is a Jedi, that would account for the recovery rate. But I'm more concerned that a Jedi here may cause trouble. Some of the miners, especially Kotor, are already another accident today. A detonation in the ventilation tunnels. If the lockdown measures hadn't activated, the whole facility would have been destroyed. Got most of the injured to the Kotor tanks in time, but the rest had to go to the morgue. One of the wounded said a droid caused the accident, but we couldn't get any specifics.
The droid caused an explosion? Then meaning that you had got into lockdown? Okay. 1 day ago.
Miners about the Jedi. A number of the droids have been acting oddly, and not even memory wipes seem to be fixing the problem. There was a detonation in another one of the fuel vents the droids were working in.
Oh.
We deactivated several of them, and moved them down to maintenance. But we're still treating the plasma burns. That cuts us down to almost half shifts, and with the droids malfunctioning, we may not make the Telos shipment for this month. Fortunately, the detonation didn't cause a lockdown.
Warning. There has been a fuel detonation in the mining tunnels. Emergency lockdown commencing. All personnel report to quarters and prepare for emergency venting countermeasures.
No! If the ventilation systems are malfunctioning, evacuate the medical bay. Everyone evacuate.
Huh. Well, that didn't seem good. Medical bay murders. You found records showing that the lethal sedative treatment was given to the miners in the Prologue's medical bay. You received the same lethal dose, but survived. You should try to find out who administered the treatment and why they tried to kill you.